got to get back to the indictment. You got to. Ashley Webster is actually at Mar-a-Lago. Right, Ash, what's the reaction there?
Well, you know, Donald Trump waking up this morning at his resort. He is here. Apparently, his attorneys say he was shocked by the news of the indictment, not surprisingly. And also the dubious history he has now made as the only current or former U.S. president to actually be criminally charged. That news certainly caught everyone by surprise. I think, Stu, we thought the grand jury and the Manhattan DA were maybe several weeks away before becoming a decision on this case. But it did prompt Trump supporters to come out last night. Take a look at some of these protesters waving their flags, probably a couple of dozen or so, nothing too drastic, but they were all upset, saying that Donald Trump is the victim of a political witch hunt, a political hit job, if you like, and they weren't happy. Take a listen.
I'm very upset. I'm like enraged. I can't believe that our country took this direction.
They always come after Trump and they never come after anyone on the left, and it's unfair because we're always the ones getting like bullied.
You know, former Florida Governor Rick Scott, who's now Senator Scott, of course, was quick to jump on Twitter, and this is what he tweeted out. He said, first our media was overrun by the weaponized by has been completely upended by a Soros-funded district attorney who is targeting a political opponent while letting violent criminals run rampant across New York City. That, by the way, is a sentiment that's been echoed many times. So what happens now? Well, that's a good question. The DA wanted Donald Trump to surrender today. That didn't happen because the Secret Service really has to figure out how this is going to work. We understand maybe next Tuesday, but I can tell you this, Stu, the Trump 757 plane jet is still firmly parked right here at the West Palm Beach Airport. So for now, he's staying put. Back to you.
All right, Ashley, thanks a lot. Back to you later. We've got a Fox poll you should look at. More than half Republicans support Trump as the 2024 presidential nominee, 54%. Florida Congressman Byron with us this morning. By the way, that poll was taken before the indictment. Byron, does this indictment help or hurt Trump?
Oh, it's definitely going to hurt him in the Republican primary. There's no doubt about that. And actually, you know, I know I hear these pundits saying, oh, but it won't really matter in the general. I disagree. I think you have a lot of Americans who are looking at this indictment, whether you love Trump or you hate Trump or you're lukewarm on Trump is irrelevant. This is a bastardization of the criminal court. This is a political prosecution and really political persecution. They've been after Trump for years, and it took this radical DA who's not even taking care of crime in his own city to go after a former president. I think this is actually going to weigh in on the general election as well.
Forgive me for disagreeing with you, Byron, but I would have thought that Trump now wins the primaries because his block of votes, his base, will not desert him and might expand. They'll vote as a block and beat everybody else. But he might not win in the general because he's got a mugshot round his neck. I mean, you don't see it like that, do you?
No, I don't see it that way because there is a gross unfairness, and let me back it up. Let me say it like this: the Democrats have been lecturing us for years about how they want to save the soul of America. This is nothing in the soul of America goes after your political opponents, no matter how much you don't like them. And so in a general election cycle where you're going to have big media and Joe Biden talking about an indictment and an impeachment, all Donald Trump has to say is, you guys have been going after me for 7 years because I won't follow your crazy agenda that puts China first, that puts billionaires first, that puts woke industries and special interest groups first. It puts the American people first. And because of that, you personalized me, you tried to demonize me, and now you're trying to criminalize me. I'm sick of it. The American people are sick of it. We got to put American people first. That's your message in 2024. And if you look at this economy, and if you look at what they're trying to do with energy policy, empowering the Chinese over American production, it speaks facts to what everybody is seeing. I think it actually backfires on the Democrats in 24.
Real fast, Congressman Governor DeSantis tweeted that Florida will not assist in Trump's extradition. I think it sounds to me like Governor DeSantis is trying to keep out of this. What do you say?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to speak for him on that. I think it's appropriate not to even deal with this. The state should not enforce any of this mess, because what Alvin Bragg did is he stepped out of his jurisdiction. He is a state-level prosecutor. He reached into a federal issue where the federal agencies decided not to pursue any of this stuff because he wanted to get his man. He wanted to get Donald Trump. So why in the world would Florida's governor even participate in any of this? I think it's the right call. We'll see where it goes from there.
Thank you, Congressman. Great to see you again, and we hope to see you again real soon. Byron Douglas. Thanks very much, Donald.
Anytime.